Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to have you here today. We're about to explore an interesting topic: how men know she's the one. In this presentation, we'll look at the signs and feelings that help men recognize that they've found the right person. So, stay with me as we uncover what makes that special connection so clear. Let's get started. For decades, people have debated the question: how long does it take for a man to truly know that a woman is the one? It's one of those timeless questions that many of us have probably thought about at some point. Is it something that happens quickly in just a few months? Or does it take years of shared experiences and growth? Some might even say it's only after reaching certain life milestones, like career achievements, personal milestones, or family moments, that we really realize. What's interesting is that this question touches on something fundamental about relationships: how we measure love and certainty. And as we move through this presentation, I want us to think about how these perceptions influence our own journeys to understanding what the one truly means. It's a conversation about patience, timing, and the significance of life's shared moments, ideas that are central to building meaningful, lasting connections. So, according to a study mentioned in the original video, many married individuals believe it takes about 172 days, which is roughly 6 months, to really know if they want to marry the person they're dating. But what's interesting is that this timeline is actually quite simplistic. The truth about relationships goes much deeper than just counting days. It's not just about reaching a certain number on the calendar. It's about the growth, understanding, and connection that develop over time. This idea of a fixed timeline can sometimes oversimplify what it truly takes to build a solid, lasting partnership. So, as we continue, keep in mind that knowing someone deeply involves more than just a timeline. It's about the quality of the relationship and the emotional bond you develop along the way. Men don't fall in love because of grand speeches or dramatic fireworks. Instead, they realize she's the one through quieter, more subtle signs. It's about loyalty that stays steady, even when things aren't perfect. Emotional safety is key, where he feels secure enough to be himself without fear of judgment. And of course, future-focused behavior shows he's genuinely committed, thinking about where you're headed together. These psychological markers and emotional shifts are what reveal the real moment he knows he's found his woman. It's not the big, flashy moments, but the consistent, heartfelt actions that truly matter. Recognizing these signs can shift how we understand love, more about trust, security, and commitment than just the grand gestures. When a man brings you into his inner circle, especially by introducing you to his mother, it's a significant sign. Men tend to guard access to their family, particularly the woman who raised them, because she's a key part of their life and identity. If he introduces you to his mother early on, it's usually a clear indication of serious intentions. It shows that he's emotionally proud of you and that you've become part of his world. It's like he's saying, "You're in my life now, and I want you to meet the people who matter most to me." On the other hand, if he avoids introducing you to his family even after a year or more, that can be a red flag. It might mean he's uncertain about the relationship, emotionally distant, or not thinking long-term. For a man, introducing a woman to his family is more than just a social step. It's a way of staking his identity on her presence in his life. It's a sign that he sees her as a permanent part of his world, not just a passing phase. So, pay attention to these signs. They can tell you a lot about his true feelings and intentions. So, let's talk about a really powerful aspect of love: how he protects you, even when he's angry or in conflict. You might notice that even if he's feeling heated or stressed out, or even if he's upset with you, he might still be holding your hand or standing in front of you. That's actually a very primal instinct at work. It's his way of showing that, no matter what chaos is happening around him, you are still a priority. This behavior reveals that his fight instinct isn't just about self-preservation. It's also about your safety. He sees you as someone he must guard, not risk losing or putting in danger. And I think it's important to understand that the true test of love isn't about how comfortable or easy things are during calm times. It's really about what happens during conflicts, how he reacts when things get tough. Because, in those moments, his instinct to protect you shines through the most. It's a reminder that love isn't just about the good times. It's about standing firm and defending each other when it counts the most. So this slide is about a really powerful sign of connection. He eats what you cook, even if it's not exactly like his mama's. It might sound simple or even a bit funny, but underneath, it's actually a deeply emotional gesture. When he eats that homemade meal, it's more than just food. It's a symbol of his family bond, of his most vulnerable memories, and of what I like to call his heart's original home. Now, if I cook that meal and it's not perfect, maybe it's not quite like what he's used to, yet he still eats it with gratitude, that's a huge sign. It shows he's willing to rewrite tradition with me, to see me as part of his new sense of home. It tells me I'm becoming his new safe place. And what's really important here is that he's valuing the effort I put in over the perfection of the dish itself. Love isn't about seasoning or presentation, it's about the meaning behind the act. When he eats what I cook, even if it's not perfect, it's a gesture that says, I value you and I feel at home with you. When a man begins speaking in we instead of I, it's often one of the clearest signs that his mindset is shifting. This change in language indicates that he's starting to see you as part of his life, not just an individual. For example, he might say, we don't eat that, or we love this restaurant, or even we're thinking about moving. These statements reveal that he's thinking collectively, not separately. Psychologically, this means his decisions now consider you, and his life's direction is merging with yours. It shows he sees you as a permanent fixture, not just a temporary presence. Interestingly, he might not even be fully aware he's doing this. Men often don't talk explicitly about commitment. Instead, they speak about it through their words and actions. By using we instead of I, so, when he starts speaking in we, it's a strong indication that his commitment level is evolving, and his future intentions are becoming more aligned with yours. So what does all this mean? When a man realizes she's the one, 3 key transformations happen in his mindset and his life. First, let's talk about identity. Before he sees her as the one, he thinks in terms of I, me, mine. It's all about himself. But once he recognizes her as the one, his identity shifts to we, us, ours, emphasizing a shared connection and partnership. Next is protection. Initially, he's focused on protecting himself, his own interests, his own well-being. But after he sees her as the one, his protection expands to safeguarding them as a unit, caring for her and their future together. And finally, there's the concept of family. Before, they might be operating in separate worlds, living separate lives. But once he knows she's the one, they start sharing a future, building something together that's rooted in a common vision. It's important to understand that it's not about how long they've been together. It's about how deeply she influences him, how she changes the way he thinks, how he prioritizes what matters, and how he imagines their future together. These transformations show us that recognizing the one isn't just about feelings. It's about a profound shift in how he perceives himself, his protection, and their shared life. You know, sometimes a man doesn't necessarily say out loud, I've found the one, but his actions speak volumes. It's in those small, consistent behaviors that he truly signals a powerful message. And that message is, your presence is now part of my life's definition. It's about more than words, it's about what he does every day. When he protects you, that's a sign he cares deeply. When he includes you in his world, it shows he values your place in his life. And when he chooses us over me, that's when you realize she isn't just a fleeting chapter, but she's become the whole story. These little signs reveal a lot about his true feelings, and they're key to understanding when someone truly values you for the long term.